Only day-rave on radio. The Adrenaline Drive Show where the party never stops. On air and online.
Chill Out by Anthony B. Bubbling Under. This is Off the Cali Roots reading produced by Vybez and the only Ineffable Records. Diva NIKKI Z in the building.
I love the fact that you're playing this song because I would never hear it enough in Jamaica.
For real?
I am for real.
Come on.
I am telling you. That's the thing I love about being over here because when I listen to the radio, I'm hearing the songs that me personally, I would endorse more so than what's being endorsed on the island itself.
In Jamaica.
Right.
Why is that though? Is that people don't, rate the one drops, they don't know more about Anthony B, or is it because it's produced by an American producer or a foreign producer? How does that work?
I think there's a multitude of reasons at this point. One of the biggest things that I saw happening in the music business was when social media dropped into Jamaica. It changed a lot of mindsets and not for the better way. Because now things are easier to be famous, pseudo-famous. You know, you don't have to worry about the quality of the song that you have to put out anymore. As long as you can make a part of the song go viral, you can be big. Yeah. So what started happening is there are so many people. You know, Jamaica, we're fun, we're exciting. We always make up a new slang or something. So it started being overweighed by those types, which I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying there's different types of musicians. There's different types of entertainers. Like you have an Anthony B and a Richie Spice. You're not going to see them in mix up. You're never going to see Anthony B. Nothing. You know what I mean? They don't even care about social media. So if we're in a social media world, why would the social media people be paying attention to what they're doing? The only people that's paying attention are people that love music, which is even better because that's longevity. It might not seem the most rich way, but it is the longevity way. And we've seen it over and over. I mean, I remember, and I know I'm probably going to get cussed for this, but I don't care. My name is NIKKI Z, and I tend to talk what I feel. Like, I remember when, artists like Six Boss came out. I kept looking at the DJs like, that ain't going nowhere. What you mean? What you mean? I don't care how many times you say. Huh?
They have to sing right now, man.
Exactly, right now. Because it was a psychology to the way that he did his business. Now, we all know at this point that he, as well as some other artists, have done some, maybe not so legal ways in making their money. Maybe. Well, you just say that. So then what happens is now, you go into the clubs, all these people are friends with the hottest DJs. The hottest DJs are booked for the hottest parties. All of the local influencers go to those same hottest parties. So now, when you go in there with your bag of money, you say to the DJ, you say to the influencer, yo, when the song come on, roll out. DJ, make sure you pull up my song. Now, the rest of the world starts looking at the influencers in Jamaica, the biggest DJ in Jamaica, and they're like, right, so this must be the biggest thing. And it becomes like a mind cycle where it's like you're tricking people, but it doesn't really work because we went down in our numbers. Reggae, the value of reggae and dancehall has gone down significantly. We have like 5% or 3% of the market at this point. And that doesn't fare well for anybody.
For real.
That means concert halls don't see a value in us. That means marketing companies don't see a value in us.
Companies and everything.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's literally been harming us. And then we find everybody else around the world empowering us. You go to California, there's so many reggae California bands. I don't care if you're mad that they're white, they're Hawaiian. They're growing because they love the root core of what the reggae message was. Revolution.
So you feel like the message is changing right now?
What message?
Jaja, no message?
No, there's messages, but I'm saying on the island, those get less play than the other stuff. So like Protege, I'm sure he's been here and told you to fight again in Jamaica. Lila Ike, my God. I mean, even what they're doing to Coffee now. I mean, I get what they're saying on the surface, but when did Coffee ever come out and tell anybody, highly Rastafari? She never did it. She never did it. So leave her alone. She has to understand the business. She has to figure out who she is, and she has to learn. Like if Sam Smith came to me, I would have done a song with him too. I didn't know he was gonna do that in a video. Trust me, because I was happy. I was like, yo, Sam Smith, Coffee. Then I watched the video and I was like, and I'm sure Coffee didn't realize that was going to happen. I'm almost positive. But that's what the industry does to people. Sam Smith started off as this soulful voice speaking truth, and then all of a sudden you see him changing angry. He seems more demonic and angry. That's what the industry does. And that's why I'm here.
Diva
Hi,
NIKKI
Kenya.
Z is here, man. We have started off on a high note, but before that, we need to cool down and just play our 420 record. And since it's Etana's birthday, this one is called Ganja Lovers, produced by Kima Flavor McGregor.
Speaking of me, speaking of me.
We are speaking to somebody. All right, we're back in a bit with NIKKI Z. Don't move.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
NIKKI Z is here, so should we still refer to you as a diva?
No,
yeah, okay.
I had to drop that a few years ago because it was like when I saw the word diva, to be honest, I was looking at a Beyonce video. You know, I'm a diva, and like the word she was saying, I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. So I was like, okay, I'm actually, to be really honest, it was Liquid who gave me the name.
ZJ Liquid.
Yeah, because when at the time I was at Zip, and I remember it was like they would tell me XYZ, and I would just look them in the face and be like, thank you for that, but I'm gonna calmly do ABC. You know, so Liquid will always laugh at me because I just never really took talk unless I thought it made sense. So he would be like, diva. I saw you going diva. So it was Liquid who actually really gave me the name. But then I equated it to that Beyonce song. So I said, you know what, I could take it. But then years later, you have a lot of girls out here who take the diva moniker. You know, they might have an amazing body, whether they bought it or not. They might have fancy clothes or name brand, whether they bought it or not. You know, but they would take on this name of diva. So to me, it watered it down. Because to me, and once again, I'm probably going to get some people mad, but that's just who I am. I can't call you a diva if you had to buy your body parts to become who you are. Because a real diva would know who they are and be able to be who they are at any point in time and still shut down a room. It's not somebody who has to put on all kinds of plastic just to pretend to be somebody that they're not. So when, especially in Jamaica, I started to see all these people put the diva on their stuff and what they represented had nothing to do with me, I took it off.
So that's how. So did rebranded and have your own thing? Not even
rebranded. I just stopped using it.
Just like that. Just what they were like, nah, I'm done with it.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Yeah. For real. So to any young lady listening in, could you kindly share your journey, what you have done, and how can you what inspiration do you have for them, especially for the ladies and the women them, because in this business of ours, you have stood out.
Believe me, I know. And a lot of people don't understand how hard it is for a woman to do what she does. That's why when I saw Talia, and I was even saying it to my friend a while ago, I was like, I'm not going to wait till somebody brings her to me. I'm on her turf. I'm going to go say hello to her. Because I know what we women go through in this industry and even in real life. It's a lot of times we get competitive for no reason. So I'm the type of person that, like, even in the club, I'll see the influencer. So if I see one look at me, I'm going to instantly give you a compliment. So I'm going to scan whatever it is I see and I like, and I'm going to be like, yo, sis, your hair look good. Because I want people to be able to feel at ease with other women. We should be able to feel at ease with each other. We are not in competition. If a man ever makes us feel like we have to compete for him, then it really isn't us to be in competition with each other. It's for us to say he's not worth our time and energy. It's just not worth it. And I don't trash men either. Some people think that I'm anti-man because they've seen me by myself so much so often, but I'm not. I just kind of know what I want differently. You know what I mean? And that's just why I live. I feel like a lot of men, they never got a chance to be raised by communicative parents. And it's not because it's the parents' fault. A lot of parents nowadays, they have to do so many jobs, they have to be so many people. So to sit down with your kid and say, hey, I want you to find a guy who can financially help you, but here are some yellow flags that you gotta understand. If you choose that lifestyle, you might pick someone who's gonna be abusive, who's only gonna want you to do what he wants you to do. So you have to understand, is that how you wanna live? And if it is, how long do you wanna live like that? What's your exit plan? You know what I mean? Men, once you're rich, you can pick any girl you want. You can have your pick of the litter. So we need to understand that. Instead of just trying to compete, make him love me, it's not going to happen that way.
No, sir.
But when you love yourself and you love who you are, and you're just yourself as you is, believe me, somebody's going to see you. And that's what you do.
So,
but my career, sorry. I'll be trailing, sorry.
You've managed to, interact, with the different, artists, like
I started off in hip hop radio. I started off in hip hop radio.
Make that transition, to dancehall reggae, and how has that been? How has the journey been? And who are some of the most interesting people that you've met? In the business.
Rihanna.
For real? We never know about that.
I bust her song in my city, Hartford, Connecticut, on Hot 937 when she first came out. The Ponder Replay song.
Yeah, DJ put this
let me tell you
Ponder
that story.
Replay.
She came in the radio station, and her mom was such a Hollywood mom, like fixing her shirt, fixing her pants, and she walks in with her little two-way pager because it was, a couple years ago, and she's like. Yeah. And I just remember she was memorable because I was interviewing her and she's paying attention to her two-way because she's just like, whatever, I'm Rihanna. Just get out of here. And I was like, so how long have you been in the industry? And she looks up chewing gum and she goes, since April, and goes back to her two-way. It was like June. And I was like, what? But if you know the story of Rihanna, her mother knew someone, so they did a demo. She passed it to someone who ended up letting Jay-Z hear, and then it was just like, phew! Exactly. So that, but I did hip hop radio. I worked on one of the first ever hip hop blog sites, which was called Fubu Y2G. If you're not old, you don't even know what a Fubu is. But
Generation Z.
Yeah, I even did work with BET, a TV show they had, Turnstile. I can go on and on. I've done many things in the entertainment business, but reggae has been my love, and I think I spent too many years telling myself I was here to help save reggae music. You know what I mean? So I spent so instead of going towards all the other stuff, I just said, let me fly to Jamaica with $2,000 in my pocket and see if this works. And it did. So
in the reggae business, who's the most interesting person that you've ever met? I mean, I've met a couple of them, and most of them are interesting.
Yellow Man.
But this Yellow Man. How was the experience?
Full stop.
Yeah.
He's my favorite on this earth because
for real,
we think we have so many battles in life. And if you take a look in a page at his life, he was born albino. He was discarded and treated like trash by his family. He was constantly made fun of. He was constantly bullied. And somehow, between all of this, he was able to just overcome all of that and still put himself and he will look you in the face and tell you, I am one of the sexiest albino. Whether half my face gone or not.
Yeah, what them know about this?
Zunga, 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 zane.
Yeah, for real. So before we take a musical break with Etana and Albaros, we're going to be playing Blessing in a bit. A lot of people online are like, yo, heno manze sauti yake. I'm going to translate. Sauti yake ni poa nini. Like, your voice is awesome. It's beautiful. When did you discover you have such a voice, and just the passion for radio and media in general?
I think I've always known I've had the voice because I've always had weird reactions to my voice. So I spent a long time trying to calm down my voice because no matter what I said, people will always take it like I'm talking aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that would annoy me even more. They're like, could you lower? And I'm like,
tone it down a little bit.
This is how I talk. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
So and I've always known music was my thing, but the first incident that led me to radio and that discovery was I met Jerry Duplessis, Wyclef's cousin. And I just got out the military. And it was very random meeting him. And he was feeling messed up because he was on the phone screaming at somebody. At the time he was getting a divorce, and I'm over here bawling because at the time I'm going through drama with my baby father, all kinds of insanity. And we ended up speaking like as friends. He was like, yo, I've got this group called Product GMB. They're booked for some reggae show out here. I don't know anything about reggae. Let me know. Talk to the promoter. Find out some stuff. So then I contacted the promoter, whose name is Donovan Longmore, and he was like, look, we just put them on to get the Yankee people money.
And that for you are.
Yeah. So he jokingly said, would you come on stage and bring him on stage? Because, he's hearing my voice. Yeah, you should bring him up. Me, hello, me run go mall same time. Buy dress, buy shoes, get hair done. First time I ever put on makeup and say, yes, man.
A year time now.
What?
Yeah.
And I ain't even go front. That first time I ran out, it was a big coliseum. So my first run out was not no little stage. It was a huge coliseum. And I took off my shoes because I thought, I'm a trip. This gonna be my first time. I'm gonna go on that stage. I mean, I got dropped. And that's the end of it. So I took off my shoes. I ran out barefoot and I was just like, rah, 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 rah. And they were all like, wait a minute. The rest of the show, they was like, yo, go back out. Bring on Cable Todd. Bring on Coco T.
Everybody.
You're good. And then I went to his radio show that weekend, and I remember it clearly because I looked at him and I said, this ain't your show no more. It's our show now.
Are we show? Are we thing?
It's our weekend thing now.
Yeah,
That was it. And that was a little college radio station.
Ah.
And I love radio. I just don't love the behind the scenes of it.
Yeah, there's so much that happens behind the scenes.
People don't know.
So you can say you're passionate about radio and media?
I'm passionate about people and making people really hear other messages than just the same things. Every time I do a show, it's important what I play. So I might play silly music, but that music is silly for a purpose because we do need silliness. But most of the content is gonna have a message in it.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna play something because the streets are trying to tell me it's the hottest thing. If it sounds like garbage, it's garbage.
You're not gonna play it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I tell people the same thing. You know, it might be popping in the streets, but if it's not, you know,
if it doesn't connect to the soul, what's the point? Music is medicine. Oh, yes, music is medicine. And I need everybody listening to understand that. Just like when you take medicine the wrong way, it becomes poison. If you listen to music in the wrong way, it will poison your brain. So you have to understand what you're injecting into your mind, because it will dictate how and who you become.
For real, for real. All right, a blessing by Etana and Albarosi.
She cussed me out the other day, but we're friends again. We're friends again.
The Adrenaline Drive Show with the party never stops. On air and online. Every weekday from 3 to 7 p.m. Vibes Radio. Nobody can stop.
And the radio scene is changing. You know, a lot of
Very
people are
much.
consuming, you know, radio on the internet and stuff like that. Like for us, you know, we're audiovisual. We're about, you know, on the FM. We're about on the internet. You know, when you go, like when you're talking now, you can see us on the website. And so, what's the difference now? And what do you think is the future for radio? You know, being, you know, a veteran, you know, you've worked in the radio business. You know, you're a musical executive. You've dealt with the artists, the program controllers. Like, what do you think?
I mean, I feel like radio is always necessary because especially in times where there's really bad global happenings, radio is one thing that can stand up above all else thing. Data will drop down, but that radio transistor, the transistor one, will stand the test of time. But in terms of where the world is going right now, radio still has relevancy, but only if the people in charge of the radio stations understand that at this point, radio is fueled by the personalities, not the music. People can find music anywhere. So they can go and find whatever they identify with. What they cannot find is a personality that stops and makes them think. Even if they're mad about what the person said, somebody who stops and make them feel something, think something, that's not something that is easy to do. So when you have radio stations just hiring a DJ off the street who doesn't understand the concept of people, who doesn't know to stop for a minute and go, okay, it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, so that means maybe families are in the car picking kids up from school, so maybe I should be more wary of what I say, of what I play. So what's happening is people just lock off because you don't want to hear some guy who can't have a conversation. You don't want to hear some guy who talks too much. And you definitely don't want to hear somebody who's playing things that you can't be comfortable in your office or your car with. So I think a lot of things need to be restructured as far as radio, but I think you guys have the best handle because you understood Jamaica's still backwards. I've screamed this over 5 years, more than 5 years, about the online. But they still don't see it.
Move the online side.
There's so much money there. But because they can't build... Okay,
what money?
Okay, I don't know what I don't know a thing. I just know Afrobeats and dancehall, boy. Talk to me nice, Robo say.
For real. Yeah, for real. All right. So share the hack, you know, in life that, you know, you use, because to me, in my eyes, like you've done it all and you're still continuing to do great things. But you know, there's something that you know what, like, you know, it's inspires you, you know, mentors you. Can you share that with, you know, our audience so that they can probably find it or, you know, practice it? What do you practice? Like, what do you do?
I think, honestly, truth be told, I think there's been so many things in my life that have literally tried to knock me to the left that I kind of have this way of life where I don't want people to feel like that. So no matter if everybody is going that way, I can't see myself going that way. So it has its plus and minuses, because over here, everybody's laughing and joking and having fun together and partying together. But over in my world, that I have to be very picky and choosy who I can do that with, because energy is really real. And I have a different concept of humanity than the majority of people. So I think for most people, the only thing I can tell you, the piece of advice I can tell you, is if you don't like where you are, you have to somehow go somewhere else. So if you're in the city and you're feeling overwhelmed, if you have family, friends in the country, take some time and find a way to go there, because unless you change your environment, how do you exactly plan to change your mindset? You have people in the house who think they know who you are, people in the neighborhood who think they know who you are, who are telling you who you are. So how do you ever find out who you are if you've never left where you are? You can't.
Yeah.
So
you need to discover yourself. Just take yourself from this place, go to another space.
Yeah, I went to Diani Beach for 2 months, and right now I feel like I'm a beach bum. That is my purpose in life.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, is this, I think, your third time, like, coming to Diani?
First time in Diani.
First time in Diani, but...
My first adult trip that was not work was last year, October, and I came to Tanzania. And that changed everything. Because when I went back to Jamaica, I'm like, I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah. So how do you plan, like, to settle here? Do you plan to, like, get some land here? Do you, like...
I plan on doing whatever the universe tells me to do. You know, if I had it my way, I would definitely do more things on the ground. Anything that has to do with the kids, because I feel like we're failing them on so many levels. There needs to be more community centers. There needs to be more training for the younger kids available without them having to pay a bag of money. Because if we sit down and wait for people outside, Europeans, Americans, every minute to come give us whatever change they want to give us, and then whatever politician takes his big cut, and then whatever is left is trickled down to society, we're never going to get anywhere, and we're always going to stay in the servitude type of mindset. Yeah. So for me, I just want to build the younger people and let them understand that the world is so big and vast that you just got to figure out what you're great at and focus on that, and don't worry about what nobody else says.
What do you love about Diani?
Silence. Silence. At nighttime, I'm hearing the ocean waves. And then I get up in the morning and I still hear the ocean waves. And then every morning I'm hearing the song in my head. Low tide. You know that song? I'm gonna be your friend. Every morning I would hear it in my head. It was just beautiful silence.
Yeah. So compared to the city, compared to Nairobi?
Nairobi is excitement. Yeah. So I can do it in small doses. I've done too much of that.
But the Diani...
All I need to do is find me a boo. I'm moving on the beach, bro. I can't do it by myself. I do it by myself in about 10 years. I'm going to be the crazy old lady on the beach.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find a boo first and then move, go out the beach.
For real.
Have Wi-Fi everywhere. I can still work. Content create, make some movies or you know.
Yeah, so who are you listening to right now, you know, like in terms of, you know, let me just be specific with the new cast them, you know.
Protege, Lila IK, straight off the bat, Savannah, her voice, my gosh. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you can play Be Somebody.
Yeah, I have it.
Line that up. That song right there to me speaks every single thing. Those people really resonate with me. Arunkus, Mortimer. I love where Black Hero is going in his development. I feel like we need way more women in the pot, because I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing on a lot of them. But like the Leelas, the Savannahs, they definitely for me are doing it. I like Jada too, but I just want to see how she's gonna balance everything out.
But those are more of, you know, one drop roots, you know, kind of. How about like dancehall?
No,
you're not listening to anybody right now.
I mean, I listen to the songs that were already hot, but of any new female in dancehall, no.
All right.
Is there one that impresses you? And be honest. You see, that's what I'm exactly.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna call you out. You put me
like that, man.
Name and I dare you. Exactly.
Oh,
no.
Man. It's crazy. All right, let's find the Savannah, and some comments are coming here, man. We have Jadidi. I don't know if you met Jadidi over the weekend.
Yes.
He's like, yo, play some Kenyan dancehall for, you know, NIKKI Z, and what was the response? You're gonna listen to that, right?
Of course. Of course I'm gonna listen. As a matter of fact, they don't even know I've already been in contact with G Money and Hino, so they already are lining me up. So I'm definitely on point with that. Go run the Savannah. And this is for all my people going through something. This one in particular is just for you.
Let me find that record. You know, we're just having a conversation until I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy though, because she's got so much new music coming out. I can't wait for it. And John 9, She's back too.
Yeah, and she's back to Jamaica. I've just realized that we have like 3 minutes before the top of that, so the song will not fit. So we can just continue with our conversation. Janani is back to JA. You know, she had been in Tanzania for 3 years.
Yeah.
How long will you stay outside, Jamaica?
As long as the government over here allows me to. I'm about to country hop. I'm just gonna get me a new visa. And, you know, well, actually, I gotta just stop playing and get my Jamaica passport. There's no reason I don't have one. There's no reason.
Because if you have a Jamaican passport, you don't need no visa for come here. So
listen, that in itself, I would have got it a long time ago if I knew that.
Yeah. You've also played at Welcome to Jamaica Cruise. How was the experience?
That's the best cruise ever. And the reason why that cruise is so important, like the other cruises, you'll see a big hype. You'll see a big hype on the Uber Soca. You'll see a big hype on the Barris. That's because they have to market it differently to get the crowd that they get. Jamrock Cruise was the original cruise put together by Junior Gong. And the fact that Junior Gong hand-selected every last one of us to represent the culture, it meant more than I can even put into words to people, to be honest with you. And as the only female that started on that ship for the first couple of years, as far as DJ and host goes, that meant even more. That meant he saw me. And I don't know him like that. Like, if he knows me, he sees me, but we don't have phone conversations.
I've been trying to get there, man.
You know, it's hard to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the cruise is like all of Junior Gong fans, which is white, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, African, young,
different
old,
races,
everybody. So it's a ship of 5 days of non-stop reggae. You wake up, music is through the speaker 24/7. Naya Bingi drums first, starts the morning, yoga, then the day party with all of us DJs, then the concert, then the after party, then the after party, because that's when all the artists are nice and drunk. So instead of the DJs, you seen it, right? They all of a sudden, Junior Gong turned selector, Baby Sham turned exactly. So it's just magic. If you're a reggae fan and you can't afford to do the Jamrock, you have to do at least once in your lifetime.
For real. All right, so we're gonna be releasing our good friend NIKKI Z in the next 15 minutes. We must play the song.
I need to go back to sleep.
And also, we have a quick fire for you, so you must go through our quick fire in a bit. Just random questions,
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. If you misbehave, it will ban you. But if you behave, you'll be good for the quick fire. So stick around for that Vibes Nation. Na kama uko na swali yote unataka kuuliza NIKKI Z, tafadhali mtuchapie at NIKKI Z official ama NIKKI Z live pale kwenye Instagram at ZJHeno or at Vibes Radio KE.
The Vibes is right on Vibes Radio.
That's my song.
NIKKI was like, don't you dare touch that record. Don't you dare cut that song.
Listen, last note. I need to hear the last note. It's like Mortimer's whole heat. When I hear that song, don't you ever stop that song.
The whole song must play.
Song. I don't care if it's just instrumental in the end. Let it play.
So why do you connect with this record so much? Because you mentioned it the last hour and you've played this hour and you're just going bananas in studio. Why do you connect with this record so much?
That's what life is. I think most people, and just like you hear all the time, they say the majority of the world are lambs. They're sleeping sheep. It might sound offensive, but once you've come out of that pseudo matrix, as you say, and you start to see things, then you understand what's really important. So for me, when I hear the song Be Somebody, that really is speaking to me. I don't need to be famous. I don't need to be even rich. I need my bills paid. I need to know I could travel. But I just need to know that I've done something that matters. That I've been a person that matters. Not a person that just caused pain. Not a person that just took things. Not a person that was just here to receive, but a person who gave something of importance. So when I hear that song, that's what I think about, because that's what Savannah's basically saying. She's like, all these things going on in the world, all I want to do is be somebody. Be somebody that's important, that's doing good.
For real. So what do you feel, before we go to the quick fire, what do you feel, we have not talked about that you want, the masses them to know about, what are you up to, where are you gonna be going next, are you gonna be playing somewhere, like how can guys link you and all the things?
You can't. I changed my number like shoes. And that's real talk. Ask G Money, as he know. Those are probably the only two ways you can reach me in Nairobi. I'm not really really here. I might do some dates, but right now I don't feel like it. I feel like I've done so much. It's over 20 years of doing this. I want to find something even more substantial, but maybe behind the scenes. Maybe help other of the young people who want to be involved in media, whether it's visual or audio, and help elevate it from a different level. I don't really so much have to be on the stage anymore. So at this point for me, I feel like I'm semi-retired, but not fully. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna do Jam Rock. I still gotta do Cali Vibes, which is like the Coachella reggae event, same promoters. So I'm still gonna do stuff like that, but I'm gonna be very choosy where I give my energy or where you see me anywhere. Because I want peace more than I want fame.
For real. You need to get me to those big stages, man.
Yeah, I've done them all. Hip-hop stages. I remember the first time that Khaled saw me on stage. I remember getting off stage. It was the Hot 937 Jam. And he had
Summer Jam in New York?
In Connecticut. So we were the Connecticut version of New York. Exactly.
Okay.
So I get off stage and Khaled looks at me. He's like, yo, Ma, I love your energy, Ma. Yo, you real, Ma. And I'm just like,
this is
thank you. Bye. Yeah.
For real. All right, so quick fire.
Okay. Ready.
Are you ready? And I said, if you stagnate a little bit, you're gonna get burned.
Okay.
All right, so Diani on the grill.
Diani.
City or country?
Country.
Dancehall, Afrobeats or soca?
Afrobeats, dancehall,
sneakers
soca.
or heels?
That was a 3-part answer.
No. Go back. Pull up.
Moan Beanie Man mixed with Kess and put in Burna Boy.
No.
One song.
You have to choose one, sis. You have to choose one.
At this stage right now, Afrobeat.
Okay. Very smart. Very smart. Sneakers or heels?
Sneakers.
J's or Nike?
What's the first one?
J's. Jordans or Nikes?
I don't even know what J's are, so I'm gonna go Nike.
All right. Radio or TV?
Both.
Kenyan cuisine or Jamaican cuisine?
Jamaican.
Come on, man.
Bro, I've been starving out
Wanna
here.
show us love?
I've been starving out here.
What do you mean?
You guys bring these plates that are like 3 sizes.
Don't get
It's
Swahili
huge.
say. You have not been taken to eat madondo chapati,
The plates,
matumbo,
the servings.
mtura. You have not.
The big servings.
Don't go to them fancy restaurants them. Once in a while you can go to the restaurants, for dinner. But you need to go in the streets, eat
gotta show me.
chapati, beer chapati, madondo,
I can't just walk up in somebody's neighborhood going, hey, what's up, y'all? We're the best place to eat at.
I'm going to hook you up.
Good.
On the real, I'm saying this on air, I'm going to hook you up.
I love chapati, though. Chapati, I'm a big fan of the coconut beans. I don't really eat meat, occasional chicken, so I'm very picky and selective. The cleaner the food, the happier I am. Quick fire.
All right, so blonde or dreads?
Dreads. I don't want to see nothing blonde.
TikTok
Sorry,
or
no offense.
TikTok or YouTube?
YouTube.
Yeah. In them TikTok and them
For
thing,
what?
yeah?
My
No,
brain
sir?
span is not that short. I have a longer. Sorry.
All right, I think that sums up our quick fire. That's what 10 quick fire questions. Thank you very much. Oh man, thank you for passing through.
No, this was an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah.
Big up to ZJ Hino, because you guys see what he does on this side of the world, but when he comes even to Jamaica, and the artists are so just excited that he's in the country, and there's a reason, because they know the importance of what he's doing over here. So I hope you listeners understand that the importance of him bringing it to you is just as important to Jamaicans over there on the island, just trying to get their music out there, from the Jesse Royals who just reposted it, you know what I mean, to all of them. So I appreciate you.
Thank you
and
very
other
much,
DJs
my
out here
sister.
fighting for reggae music. I'm out. Follow me at NIKKI Z Live, please, and thank you. And I'll see y'all at the Richie.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play this record.
Which one?
I have to give thanks, man.
That's right. Do the
Yeah,
dance in
ball.
the car with me, y'all. Do the dance in the car.
All right, NIKKI Z, thank you very much for passing through, sis.
Vibes Adrenaline. More vibes every day, all day.